Hello YouTube, this is Loyal to Law once again, and this time, this video is going to be a continuation of the back stretching exercises that I've already discussed to you audience. If some of you haven't seen the first part of the video, I strongly suggest to please watch that first video first so that you can understand on the very basics on doing the back stretches. And without further ado, let's begin. So, in the first video, we discussed about stretching our back, or the vertebrae of our back, and the muscles of our back, using the bowing motion, which is doing this motion right here. So we're basically stretching the lower part of our backs, which is right here, as well as doing this kind of motion too. Like this one, where we also do side to side right here, which stretches the lats for most of the people who are really familiar with the muscles, back muscles right here, and also really stretching the upper back doing this exercise. Now, what we're going to discuss is doing the stretching of the back using this motion. Now, I've noticed that whenever I enter the classroom, every time I'm taking my classes in college, I usually see people doing this kind of stretch. Like this and then this. And I was really curious why some people are really doing that kind of back stretch. And when I first began doing that, of course, really slow and really careful because it was really new to me, I discovered that you're stretching your very vertebrae. Vertebrae means really the spinal column, so it's a straight column like this on your back. It's one of the huge bones on your body, and you're really stretching the bones ever so slightly, especially the the tendons that are connecting each bone. And I first tried it, and what happened was my back became more loose and my back became more relaxed, and it really helped me in my posture, especially in walking and in sitting down, especially during long hours of classes, you know, that kind of stuff for you college students out there. So that's what we're going to discuss right now. So basically, for beginners, if you haven't tried this kind of stretch yet, please do it very slowly. And even though you're really used to do stretching, especially when you're training or working out as a martial artist or as an athlete, you still have to have precautions because we're talking about the back here. One of the major injuries that you really don't want to have is having a back injury. Once you have a back injury, all of your body shuts down and you really can't do much except for maybe lying down or sitting down and really taking slow walks and stuff. And most of the time, whenever you have back injuries, you really can't do most of the things that you want to do. So that's a strong precaution right there. So for starters, what you want to do is to have your hand go across your body and touch the back part of the chair, which is right here, if the chair that you're sitting on has a head. So we're going to talk about doing this back stretch with the chairs that have backrests. So again, as I said, have your hand, say my right hand right here, I cross it across my body, and I try to reach the left side of the backrest of the chair that I'm leaning on. So if I scoot down here, so you can see the backrest, there's my hand, cross, up until I reach. Now if you're already doing this while watching this video, you'll already notice that the back side of your shoulders, as well as some of the back muscles right here, and the tendons here on your shoulders at the top are already being stretched just by doing this motion. See? So you're already doing a stretch in doing this, even though you're not stretching your back just yet. So you're just doing a shoulder stretch. Now the key here is to make your torso first in this beginning position as straight as possible. So it's just like crossing your arms like this. You can't do this kind of motion because you're going to lose the huge benefits of doing the stretch on the shoulders, especially on the back. But if you can't really do it this much, you really can't make your torso as straight, instead of doing this motion with your arm, what you want to do is to tilt your body for at least 45 degrees from the chair while sitting down, and place your hand, say my right hand, hold the backrest of the chair, and then I move my legs, pushing my torso while still holding the backrest. Pushing my torso up until I feel the stretch on the back part of the shoulders, right here, as well as some of the muscles right here on my back, up until I can straighten my torso and feel the stretch. So after doing this arm, which you can see right here, I put it up and I place it like here, like so. So it's kind of like if I remove this arm, it's kind of like I'm going to rest my other arm on this side, just like that. It's kind of like you're thinking that the chair is long and doing this motion. So basically what you're going to do is to rest your other arm, which is the left arm right here. Place it here. So again, starters, cross your arm, say my right arm, and reach the backrest of the chair, trying to make my torso as straight as possible. This other arm, I lift it out slowly, and then I rest my left elbow on the top backrest of the chair. Then after that, you're going to, you say you have your left elbow already resting on the backrest of the chair. You try to then pull yourself using this arm. Pull yourself near the backrest so that your left hand can reach the top backrest of the chair. See? Like so. So your position should be like this, if you can see it. There. So hopefully you can see it. So your position should be like this. Your left hand is at the top, is holding the top backrest of the chair, while your right hand is holding the left side of the backrest. So if I'm going to do it in reverse, like so, it should be like this. So your position should be in this way. There. Now since I'm already facing back at you, we're going to continue to stretch from here. So after doing this, you're now going to use your hand that's holding the backrest on the left side, on the side, is to pull yourself continually while this hand on top of the backrest is going to push your torso up until you feel the stretch on your back. And then you hold it for maybe 15 seconds minimum. And then this is another key point, because you really don't want to let go abruptly, or you might end up having serious injuries. So you slowly support yourself, going back to the starting position by this one. Before it is pushing like this. Now you're going to pull while this hand is still holding on the side. Pull. Now you push. You release the side backrest. Now you slowly push and then go back to the starting position. So I change places here. So once again, in front of you, right hand crosses here, holds the side of the backrest of the chair. If you can't do that, from here, do this. use your feet to slowly move your torso forward or to the straight. This hand, lift it up slowly. Rest your elbow on the top backrest. Now you pull yourself forward up until you're at least a bit of a 45 degrees. This hand now holds the top of the backrest, and then you pull and simultaneously push. Like so. And then go back. Now basically, what you're doing is really stretching the vertebrae, as I mentioned before, doing this motion. So your lower body is staying put right here, and this is your upper body. So you're going to just twist it like this up until you feel the stretch on the tendons of the vertebrae. Now, another key point that I really want to address here is if you say hear a pop on your vertebrae, like the pop of when you usually pop your knuckles, like that, like that. If you hear that sound, maybe it's okay, maybe it's not. It really depends on how you feel. If you don't feel anything that's painful, then maybe it's good. But just to make sure, I'd really suggest to really do this kind of stretching exercise very, very slowly so that you can really get in tune with your body and listen to it and see how it really feels with you. Now, basically, if you're really advanced and you really don't need the chair anymore, or say a wall, what you're going to end up is doing this motion. So as I turn my back here, so my right hand crosses this arm, my left arm now crosses right here. And for you martial artists out there, especially those who are practicing Bagwazang, you may notice that you're going to be really, really familiar with this stance that I just did. It is the same thing that I did on the chair, except that I was just holding the chair in this position. See right here. For those who don't know, this is the poster of the Black Tiger Leaves Cave. Same thing that you're going to do on the left side. Like so. Even though this is a martial arts stance, this is also a stretching stance that you can also do whenever you can't find a chair or can't find a wall. You just stretch it like this. Instead of doing this motion, where you see most of the people do to stretch their back, instead of doing the jerks, if you're really bored with it, you can just do this kind of stretch for the intermediate and advanced. Hold it, then release slowly, then do the other side. There you go. Get back the chair here. Yep. You can also do that standing posture that I just did, that kind of stretching exercise on the back, by holding a ball and holding the ball at the center in between your body, and then just do the motion so that you can really feel the stretch on the middle part of the back, middle to lower part of your back. So there you have it. That's another back stretching exercise that you could do and use whenever you really want to stretch your back and make your back really, really flexible, because having a flexible back really is a huge part, especially when doing athletics or just when doing normal stuff in your life. Because if your back is really stiff, you really can't do most of the things that you want to do. And it's basically having an injured back, so to speak, if you have a really, really stiff back, because you don't want to injure yourself, you don't want to strain yourself. So yeah, so really having a very flexible back is a really, really good component or a really good asset in the long run, especially when you get older. So there you have it. I hope that this video has helped you even in the smallest way possible. So to all of you audience out there, take care, always train safe, and God bless.